Water is life means water is life to me. I mean, without water, we have no life. Simple like that. If you notice when the guys them do traveling in space and those places, the first thing they look for is water. If they have water, they have life. We try to conserve water as much as possible. We've been farming here for the last 30 years and we've been extracting water from the lake for the last 30 years. And we try to do it in a sustainable way because depleting the lake of its water means zero farming for us. Simple like that. We're on the coastal area, and if we don't farm in a sustainable way, I mean, when the dry season comes around and you don't have water, then you just cannot produce, you know. So water is very, very important to us. We farm in a very, very sustainable way. If you go down by the lake, you're going to see that we have drip irrigation together with sprinkler irrigation. So there are certain times when we use only drip irrigation to conserve water. Our drip lines are covered, our trash are put in barns, we have contour drains. Water is so important to us that we have a system now that irrigates 30 acres. Before, 30 years ago when we started the farm, we had pipe-borne water here connected from here to Montrose Points Field. And the farm started off by using one garden hose and this pipe-borne water. So we know how important water was for us. We just couldn't develop with one pipe, you know, supplying water for the farm. You know, so water is very important. In Grenada, I realized that people have the notion that we have plenty of water and it cannot finish and stuff like that. We don't care how we use water. I don't think we understand the importance of water. When you have it plentiful, you don't understand the importance of it until you don't have it again. When I was a little boy, there are places we used to bathe and the water used to be covering you, and now those places are just little stream. I've seen it in my lifetime, you understand? If we don't utilize water properly and farm properly and use the country properly in terms of agricultural production of food, we can have serious issues. See, around the lake, if you notice, we have a row of trees right around the lake. This wasn't there. We actually planted this as a sort of a band, so we don't have plenty siltation and stuff taking place going to the lake and stuff like that. And we live about 100 meters from the lake to where we start planting crops. So we have a sort of an area where we let fallow, so we don't have no crop production there. The guys then will probably do animals there from time to time, but that's about it. I also do hydroponics farming on a large scale, and we collect rainwater. We also have a water truck, so we harvest water from the river to run our system. The pipe water that we normally get from Nawasa is not conducive for running hydroponic system. The chlorine level in it is too high, and it can cause like toxicity, so we don't really use it. We also recycle our water. We don't just give the plants and don't collect it back. We collect back the water and reuse it, tap it up and clean it up and reuse it again. So in that way we sort of conserve water. All our systems are run in such a way where the water is cleaned by using ozone to purify it, run the system. So you more or less have a sterile condition running, sterile water running right through. Our system is free of contamination because every time the water goes up and it pick up like impurities and stuff like that, we purify the water before we use it again.